I'm a member of the Order of Preachers, which are the Dominicans, and from the very beginning, their job, their work was to preach, not in the sense, sometimes we have a negative connotation to the word preach. It sort of comes across as being unpleasant or uncomfortable. And the positive side of preaching is telling the good news. That's really what it's all about. So I do feel that that's a good thing for art to do, to tell the good news, to make the good news visible. And what is the good news? Well, creation is good news. People are good news. Just about everything can be good news. And even if it's not good news, the fact that you tell the truth is good news. So sometimes you do subjects that are unpleasant or uncomfortable, or portraying injustice or situations that are bad. And yet if you tell the truth about it, that is good news, because the truth is good news. So you're curious to know if I've grown in wisdom in my art as well as aging in years. And I think so. I think that's part of being reflective. I think any person who lives life reflectively, that is, not just tearing through it like you're on a subway train, but taking time to observe and think and well, smell the roses, and also to observe humanity, get to know people. All those things add to your vocabulary as an artist. And sometimes I call it your life soup. You know, everything that you ever saw, that you ever, any place you ever went, anything you studied, read, people that you've known, all of these add something to your accumulated wisdom. And you draw from that when you are working creatively. Sometimes not consciously, but it's there and you draw from it. And the richer your life soup is, I think, the more you have to say and the more you have to show others or to make visible. I taught art for many years, and as an art teacher, I usually was the only art teacher, so I tried to learn as many media as I could, learn how to use different media so that I could teach it, and so that the classes would be more interesting and the students would get more experience. And as I did that, I enjoyed doing things in different media, and it developed that depending on what I was doing, there seemed to be the right media for that. In other words, watercolor to me is good for landscape, for painting outdoors, for many reasons. It's portable, it dries fast, and it's very versatile. When I'm doing something for a wall hanging, for example, I need to use materials that will be good as wall hanging, for instance, textiles. And so how do you color textiles? Well, when I discovered silk and dyes for silk, I realized how close it was to watercolor. So that was a natural to use silk dyes on silk for many of the wall hangings. The other use of paper, well, as I said, as an art teacher, I basically learned to use and taught the students to use different material. And I guess that's really where it started and why I use different